Greetings and salutations, I am Castellan of Angmar, also known as Tyrant of Linden, over on the Total War Center, and I'm going to be doing a unit card and info card tutorial. It has been sort of requested, and I think it's about time I did the tutorial because I have been planning to do it. I just haven't had the time to get to it. But I've got some time, so I decided, you know what, I'll just crank the video out. So that's what we're gonna do. And yeah, I will be using Krita and GIMP. GIMP is gonna be used for only is only gonna be used for the info card, not the actual unit card. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick up the cards you want to edit. So I'm going to be remaking the Umbar Flamethrower unit, a unit that I can't even pronounce. So we already essentially have a foundation for the card. This is a unit card. It's only a few pixels in width and length or something. And we could technically just edit it in this, but the problem would be with the alpha, which tends, if you use GIMP, if you save it with an alpha, it might screw it up and cause almost like a static effect and slant your image. So we're going to convert the Tarjay, as I like to call it, actual image that is colorized into a 24-bit BMP, and we'll do the same for the alpha channel. So and if you're wondering, I'm using DXT BMP. It's a converter for image-ish converter, and it's pretty useful. So I'll just do that and we'll pull up the actual images in Krita. So I'll see you there. Okay, we are in Krita now, and this is a close-up of the info card, and it essentially looks the same with the alpha, except it's just black and white. Now just to connect my Wacom so we can actually get to work. So we are gonna want to zoom in a little and then zoom again here. So we want to get as small as we can with this. Zoom in a little more. So this is an old design of the unit. We're gonna revamp it to the latest design, which many of you are now familiar with. But it's difficult to get this kind of shape. So what we're going to do is find the model and put it into Milkshape, and then get screenshots of it in several positions, and that we're also going to pose it in Milkshape. You can do the same thing in Blender, or even just get in-game images. The problem with in-game images is you're going to have to essentially snipe the cutout. Of course, we're not going to be using the majority of the body, since it is just a little below the navel, almost mid hip area. That's where it cuts off. But it's still going to be a problem when you want to cut around the cauldrons and all the other stuff. It's a mess, really. So I'm gonna jump into Milkshape and quickly-ish pose it, and then I'll show you my process from there. So we have our BMPs. We'll just transfer the images when we get them onto this. So bear with me. So we are in Milkshape. We have our model. This is, of course, the current look of the unit. And we're going to want to get into a pose, which is going to be a lot of fiddling with the actual model. We're not going to really mess with the body a whole lot. We're only going to mess with the arms, since that's a lot of what is going to have to be moved. And we'll just get a bunch of different profiles and stuff. Make sure you also have the textures of whatever model you are using or unit you're using projected properly. So say, I mean, this isn't going to matter since we most likely won't have it. We'll probably just get this perspective and then we'll composite a bit of it. And that's something we're probably going to be doing a lot of with these. And that's something, well, in general, you're going to be doing a lot of composite work essentially with unit cards and info cards. Well, not so much info cards, but unit cards require a little more compositing. So you're going to be taking snippets of several images of said unit and compile them together to make it a little more fleshed out. So we will be taking a lot of pictures of it in different profiles. So, but You're gonna wanna just select that area. Let's make it a little smaller. Yeah, that's about right. So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna copy it. And we're gonna shrink. We're gonna turn that off, and then we're gonna select all the blue. Just go in and select every bit of blue that you can. There's some blue there. Some more blue there. And more, yes there is. There's some blue here. 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 No more blue, so we're just gonna leave it there, easy. Then you're just gonna wanna drag it in here, and then you're just gonna go and change the size. You're gonna wanna have it line up as best as you can. Those blue lines will essentially go away. Change the perspective a tad bit. This way. Or not. Too small. That's what happened. So we're gonna select again and try not to make them too small. We want this. God, don't do that. We want to capture as much detail as we can. So we're going to use the helmet as reference point again. I do have some other perspectives. Let's see if that's as wide as we can get it. Yeah, it seems to be just about. And we're just gonna also edit. That is not what I wanted to do. Control. Perfect. Okay, yeah. So there we go. Make a new layer. We're going to want to grab you, and then we're going to want black and white, and we're just going to dump it. Just have to turn off the eraser thing. There we go. There, it's got a little bit of a blue haze, but I don't think anyone's going to care. That's essentially it. I am going to touch it up a tad bit because I don't want to have that clipping through. So we're just going to close. Do not save. And let's see. I lost my cursor. There we go. The axe is not very prominent. Maybe what I can do is have it rise a little. That's a good perspective of it. Let's go with this one. Copy that. U and delete, take you, slap you here. We're gonna need you. What about you? We won't need you. We won't need you. And we won't need you. We're just gonna do the same thing. That is not what I wanted to do. But there we go. Let's see. Yeah, no, we won't do that. We will, however, change this right pauldron because it's all kinds of wonky and I don't like it. So we're just going to grab this one and grab this whole section, copy. You, god damn you. Dude. There's the one. This one, yes. So we're going to want to line this up. Dude, no, don't. Dude. Yep. Seems about right. So then we're just gonna do this. We're gonna grab that. We don't really need this old one, so we're just gonna delete that. And then we're going to, because this one is the way it is, we are going to move this here if I can. That there. We're going to save, yes, and then we're going to dump this here. We're done with that now. And then we're just going to Control U, saturation, brightness, and that's your alpha. So then just save that. And then we're gonna go to the DX, whatever the hell it's called. So we're back to this, and we are going to go to the button, which is at the bottom of the screen called, god damn it, called import new image. And we're not going to go here. We want here, data, UI, units, Russia. This one. Then we're going to go to import alpha channel. I'm going to grab the alpha. Then all you're going to do, save as target alpha. Save. You do want to check it after you save to make sure it is working. So clearly, after I saved it, I reopened it, and we have everything where it needs to be. So then we're going to go into the info card. So we're done with this. And I'll pull up the info card we will be using, and also open GIMP. So as you can see, this is not the flamethrower unit, because I never actually made an info card for the flamethrower unit. So we will be using a pre-existing alpha channel. I mean, not alpha channel. We'll be using a pre-existing info card. So you'll kind of do the same thing, but you won't be doing an alpha channel yourself. GIMP will make it for us, so we won't have to make a BMP of that. So there we go. So let's get to converting. So I did say I was going to open up in GIMP, but I thought it would be better for me to make this part in Krita and then transfer into GIMP, where we'll do the rest of the stuff. So what we're going to do is just simply take all this, if I can, there we go, dude. And we'll just move it. You can essentially be a little lazy with this kind of stuff. And we'll just do this. And there we go. Make sure it's all connected. Okay, then we are going to select, invert. We're just gonna copy paste. Put a background as well, because I am lazy and I like to see everything that I'm doing. So I grabbed an image. I took the screenshot a while ago. That is not what I wanted to select. There we go. And we're just gonna shrink it down to a size that we want to use. Let's put that there. Let's keep, god damn it. There we go. And let's just keep shrinking it to a size where we're do something we're happy with. Yeah. Bring that up a little more. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's good. So, we're just gonna save it like this. I'm happy with that. And then we're just gonna open it up in GIMP So I'll be back with that. So here we are in GIMP. And we're just gonna export as, and we will find the file if I can. There we go. Select. Yes. I don't like messing with any of this. Export. So we'll just check it. Okay, so I accidentally put it to the Halberd unit, but I did ended up just quickly changing it to the flamethrower, and as we can see, it's not all wonky. It's not messed up really. So you have your actual image, and then you have your alpha channel, which, yes, it should look like that, as I like to call it, absolute cancer. But that is how it should look, and it will function in game, hopefully. I will go ahead and transfer it to game so we can get the footage of that, so you guys can see that it does actually work after all the hell you've gone through, probably. So I'll see you in game.
Units, await my orders.
And here we see it is showing the card the way it should. And yes, very nice. So hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, or found it at least helpful. Let me know if you want anything else like this. Just always let me know. I will be happy to do it. But yeah, see you guys in the next video, whenever that will be.